Hello everybody, my name is Bragster. Welcome to the new setup. Welcome to Elimination Chamber Predictions 2021. And we're joined yet again by the Cai Sherlock.
No, mate, you're right.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good, thanks.
Are you excited for Elimination Chamber 2021?
So I sent you a voice note this morning and said, yes, I am very excited for Elimination Chamber. I don't know why. I was just excited. And then in preparation for this video, I was looking at the match card and realised, not really that excited. Why am I excited? It's just not that good.
This is something I was going to say, and I was hoping you would stick with yes, so we'd have two contrasting views.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. And it's not necessarily because of the match card. I actually think they've done a really good job with this match card, because I'm intrigued by all of the matches. The only problem is Fastlane's the next pay-per-view.
Well, yeah, and also I was looking at...
The next pay-per-view is Mania. I would be hella up for this show.
Because that means there's going to be a lot of Mania matches announced on this card.
Precise. And the problem is, Elimination Chamber should always be the last stop. It should be a wrestler's last chance of getting into a title match at Mania. These Elimination Chamber matches, you should always have one for a title, or a couple for a title, then maybe one for a number one contendership. You know, really make it as a last chance saloon for a lot of people. And I feel like when they did that a few years ago, when the brand split first happened, it was always been one of my favourite pay-per-views, but was one of my favourites of the year, because it was pitched as this is your last chance. And when it is pitched like that, I feel like it makes the show so much more exciting. But we have Fastlane. So speaking of a match that isn't very exciting, we've got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler facing Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Who have you got?
Do you know what? This is actually probably the only one we're going to differ on, you know. I've backed Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Yeah. Because... Pardon?
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to go down the route of Cena and Michaels, where Cena and Michaels were tag team champions and faced each other at Mania. Did they face each other at Mania for the title? They did, didn't they?
I think so.
They lost it earlier in the night, I think, the tag team, but they went into Mania as tag team champions. That was what they were going with. And I think that's what they're going to do here. They're going to be able to build Banks and Belair that much higher. They're going to have them face together first on the first night, and then have them go against each other on the second night. That's what I could see happening, and that would be a good storyline. I think that's a way to get me invested, because right now, I'm not being funny, I don't care about Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Just don't care about it. So have them facing the Dusty... again, because they're facing the Dusty Cup, aren't they? Dusty Cup winners. Yeah. But if they lose the titles this Sunday, it will be Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks against the winners of the Dusty Cup, which I think would be a far better match than Baszler and Nia, and it also builds that match up better. So I think for me, I'd personally want them to win it, Banks and Belair, but I feel like you don't agree with me from your faces you are pulling.
Only because I watched NXT this week.
Okay.
And I made sure I watched NXT this week.
Okay.
Because last week it nearly cost me. Nearly cost me. Because I would have got 100% if
Who won the NXT? Was it a draw, or did you win?
No, I won. Don't you worry about that. My reign is still going. And I would like to point out as well, I have never, ever got a title match wrong yet.
Do you know what, Connor? You shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said it, but...
Actually, to be fair, though, you're not going to get it wrong this weekend. It's pretty obvious who's going to win everyone.
Not this one, though.
Well, no, but...
For me, it will be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, because on NXT this week, we had the standoff between Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and I have never been more excited for a women's tag team title match. Yeah. Mate, the standoff they had was amazing. And then it was made even better by MSK and Beth Phoenix eating popcorn at the same time and going mental. It was beautiful. But the standoff, I wasn't invested. And then Dakota Kai, like Shayna Baszler was like, you're the same Dakota Kai that broke your arm. Like, I don't, like, you're the same scared little girl. And then Dakota was just like, but I'm not. You've gone up and you're nothing anymore. You're not the person you were. You're not as dominant. You're nothing. You lost at Mania. You had, and it like she really ripped in. And I was like, and then you just saw the standoff between Raquel Gonzalez and Nia Jax, and I was like, I want to see it. Like, in the weirdest way, I want to see it. But the problem is, I want Dakota and Raquel to win it, and they won't.
They're not gonna.
But I feel like they built that match too much for it not to happen. And I feel like Banks and Belair could win the titles. I just don't think it's at the Chamber. I think they want to do that big NXT match first, which I thought would be on this card instead of this. But
do you think they're waiting for Mania? Because there's rumors they want Mania, like NXT matches on the Mania card, and that's why I think Banks v Belair against them two at Mania. Have them face each other on the first night, lose the titles to NXT, which then elevates them onto another level, because then they've won the titles on the Mania card, and then go and have Bianca and Belair Bianca and Belair, it's the same person. Belair and Banks face each other on the second night.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. I can really see it, which is why I nearly went with Banks and Belair. It was just that NXT standoff made me want it.
Right, okay.
Because I want it, and because of I think the fans' reactions was like, actually, this could be a good match.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep the titles. Plus, Jackson Baszler, as much as I don't want them to be a credible team, they are at this point a credible team. I love the fact that Nia Jax's music has just been pushed to the side and it's only Shayna now.
Well, because she's the main one, isn't she?
But I do think they're going to. I think they're going to walk away. I don't think they're going to keep the titles till Mania, but I think they will keep the titles on this night. This is one I haven't discussed with you just yet. I'm going to surprise you on the spot because it's the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and, as still advertised, Lacey Evans.
But it's not going to be, is it?
However, Lacey Evans is pregnant. We don't know what condition she's in, and the likelihood is she'll be pulled from the match. So, we're going to do two predictions. One is going to be Asuka's opponent. Number two is going to be who wins that eventual match. Now, for the winning of the match, it will just be similar to the Roman Reigns one, where it will be Asuka or the other person. It doesn't matter if you got the previous who the other person is wrong. It just and you can go for Lacey Evans if you do believe it will still be Lacey.
It's not going to be Lacey. She's pregnant. It's just no, they're not going to do it. I can't see Vince having her wrestle while pregnant. I think I was going to say I'm going to go with Ric Flair. I'm joking.
It wouldn't have surprised me. Wouldn't have surprised me.
No. It wouldn't surprise me if Ric Flair then faced Asuka for the women's title and won it and won his 17th title. But no, that is not the angle they are going to go down, I'm afraid. It's not the angle. It's not going to be Ric Flair. It's going to be Rhea Ripley.
You reckon they're going to do it?
I think they're going to have Rhea Ripley versus Asuka at the Elimination Chamber. And I think it's going to end in a no contest because Charlotte Flair is going to help Asuka win the match. Now that is going to lead to a rivalry between Charlotte and Asuka against Rhea Ripley. Charlotte's like, I beat you last year, blah, blah, blah. And then some point in the build-up, whether this is Fastlane, Charlotte will turn on Rhea Ripley and turn on Asuka. Therefore, we will get a triple threat at WrestleMania between Asuka, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley. That's my prediction. That is my prediction. So I think the person who's coming out is Rhea Ripley, and who's going to win it? I'm going to go with a Rhea Ripley. It's either going to be a Rhea Ripley win by disqualification or an Asuka win by a distraction. That's what it's going to be. So I can't go for both because that's just cheating. So I'm going to go for an Asuka win by a roll-up, I think.
I thought you were going to get a coin out again, to be honest. I can see it. I can see it. If it was NXT, it would most definitely be Rhea Ripley coming out. I feel like she needs it. I just don't think it'll be her. I think that triple threat match should be what they do at Mania, because I feel like Asuka deserves to go in as Raw Women's Champion into Mania.
I care about that. I don't know. I'm not being funny. The last few women's matches at Mania, bar the Bayley, Ronda, and Charlotte, which not Bayley, Ronda, and Charlotte, Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte, was amazing. I cared. I absolutely love that storyline. And if that storyline's gonna be anything similar, you've got the strong one in Asuka with Ronda, similar to the MMA style and the strong style, and then you've got like Charlotte, obviously still in there.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Rhea Ripley, who's the up-and-comer, like Becky was. Just an incredible storyline.
It would be absolutely incredible, and I want to see it.
But you know when you want to see it, they're not going to give you it.
No, exactly. I'm torn between Charlotte or Peyton Royce. And
you think? Because
she's partners with Lacey. So she's still got that little bit in there. Do you know what? It would be disappointing in terms of the caliber of the match, but it would be exciting in terms of, oh my god, they're actually giving Peyton a chance.
True.
But I'm going with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's going to come out. And I'm going to go...
You think Charlotte Flair's coming out to face Asuka?
Yeah. I feel as though Lacey will come out and she'll be like, I can't face you. Look at me, I'm pregnant. Oh my god, it's Ric Flair. Oh look, oh daddy. And then
Ric Flair goes and wins the title, beats Asuka in 3 seconds, clean. That's it.
And then she'll be like, oh, who's the daddy? Oh, it's you. Oh, who's he a daddy of? Oh, Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. And then Charlotte will come out and want a shot because she's best buddies with Asuka. And then I'm going to go though. I'm going to go safe. I'm going to go with an Asuka win because because it's Asuka or blank winning, and I feel as though out of the possibility that blank isn't Charlotte, I'm going to go with Asuka to win.
I've just thought of it.
Oh fuck.
No, this is a serious one, but it might happen, but it probably won't. Ronda.
It would be cool. It would be.
Because what's she doing now? There was rumours of her coming back, wasn't there?
She wants babies. That's literally what she's doing.
Daddy Ric Flair's.
We don't need more. Have you seen, right? And this is another serious thing as well. I have a horrible feeling, and it's come out in recent days, because people have been looking at like the wrestlers' tweets and stuff. Becky Lynch did a tweet 2 years ago about Lacey Evans possibly being the sister of Charlotte Flair. Yeah. I have a horrible feeling they're going to actually do that.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it. They're going to have like Lacey and Charlotte become like a power couple.
Angle and Jason Jordan's story.
It really will. But
do you know what the funniest bit about that storyline was? I absolutely loved it.
It should have been Chad Gable.
Oh yeah, but also the meme that came out of it was the best bit about that was the Family Guy song. Did you see it?
I think so at the time.
The My Black Sun song.
For fuck's sake.
Have you seen it? It's so funny. I'll show you after this recording. It's so funny.
I just have a feeling now that news has come out, I think they might actually go down that route.
I hope not.
But out of being safe, I'm going to go with Asuka.
To be honest, actually, I think, you're right in going for Asuka, but I think with that storyline, I think Charlotte has the power to say no, and I think she would say no. Yeah. That's the thing. She'll realise that is just not a good storyline. So
you would hope.
You would. But both going for Asuka. You've just gone for Charlotte, and I've gone for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, the two that are the wants, I think. Well, one's the want, one's what we're going to get.
What about throw this one in there, and Alexa Bliss?
I would love to see it after Mania.
Because if she comes out, she's got to win, doesn't she?
Yeah. I think they're purposefully keeping Alexa away. Exactly. So what they've done is they've made Alexa look really strong before the Rumble. Then what they've done is they've just had her in the studio with Randy, and they're going to keep her there until after Mania, and then she's going to become dominant. She's going to win the title. She's going to have like big boy reign, or big girl reign, depending on gender. The next match on the card is still a triple threat match between United States champion Bobby Lashley facing Riddle and Keith Lee. Don't you forget about Keith.
Was it? Or has it just been made to a one-on-one now between Riddle and Lashley?
No, it's not been changed.
I was looking this morning at the betting odds, gamble responsibly. I was looking this morning at the betting odds, and you could only go for Riddle or Lashley.
No, you can go for all of them.
Oh yeah, you can. Sorry, that's my mistake. Yeah. That's my mistake.
Yeah. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, it's came out recently that Keith Lee might be injured and might not be able to compete, which is why he's been off the last few weeks.
I hope not.
I hope not, because I feel as though this is a triple threat would be this could steal the show as a triple threat.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah.
Like, it really could. Personally, I'm going to switch up. I'm going to go first so people don't accuse me of just copying Cai's predictions. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. I feel as though Bobby Lashley is going to... I want it, and I think it will be. I think they're building to Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee at Mania. I feel as though they're building to that. I feel as though that'll be Keith Lee's crowning moment as well. I feel like Riddle is in this feud still for one big reason, to take the pin. I feel as though that's why Riddle is in this match. I feel like it gives Keith Lee scope to move on. It gives between that feud, and it kind of keeps Riddle strong. He's been in there with two big boys. He's not. And that's fine. And I feel as though they need to sort out Riddle's character a little bit. I feel as though it's getting a bit stale already, which is worrying to say the least. But yeah, I'm going with Bobby. I feel as though even if this is a singles match, I feel like Bobby is coming out the win, even if Keith Lee isn't in there. Who have you got?
I have also joined you in Bobby Lashley, and I completely agree with everything you said. I think they're building to Keith Lee at Mania, similarly to they did with Cena. When Cena won his first title at Mania, he won the US title against a bigger boy, and Bobby Lashley, is a big boy. And we all know from the OG days at What Culture that Vince McMahon likes big, sweaty men.
He does.
And Bobby Lashley is a big, sweaty man. I can't speak. Is a big, sweaty man.
You're just too excited by the big, sweaty men.
I'm just too excited for big, sweaty men.
Like clipping the shit out of that.
I knew I was going to but I completely agree. I think Bobby Lashley's winning this. I think it'll be Bobby Lashley v what's his name? Keith Lee at Mania. I don't know what's up with me today. I'm just not.
You are on a roll.
He's not with it. He's not with it today. But yeah, Keith Lee to beat Bobby Lashley at Mania, but Bobby Lashley to win at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that is.
They could even tease a bit with the Hurt Business. Keith Lee joining the Hurt Business. I'd quite like that. I wouldn't be.
I feel like that's where the feud's going. I feel as though they're going to have up until past Fastlane, they're going to have like this thing of, maybe Bobby Lashley and Keith Lee are going to like get this really nice partnership.
And I'd quite like to see him join it for a few weeks, like Bryan did with the Wyatt family.
Oh yeah.
And then take him for the Mania thing.
That would be amazing with a crowd.
Yes.
Like similar to the Bryan thing, getting that crowd reaction. I feel as though the United States Championship won't be on Fastlane. I feel like it'll be the Intercontinental at Fastlane. I feel like that's what they're doing, is they're going to have the two mid-card bouts, one on one, one on the other, to give this United... I feel like they know that this United States title, they need a lot of time to build this match. A lot more than the Intercontinental, because I feel like the Intercontinental is so intertwined at the moment. Like, they don't need time at all because they've got about 20 different competitors that can go for it. So I feel like they need the most time for this, which is why it's on the show. But yeah, Bobby Lashley for definite. I'm going to leave this one up to you. Which one of the Elimination Chamber matches do you want to do first?
We'll leave probably the most interesting till last. We'll do the Drew one first. We'll do the WWE one.
The WWE champion Drew McIntyre will be facing a bunch of WWE champions, like big champions as well, not just mid-card, big champions, in Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston, and Sheamus. Who have you got?
Well, I was looking at this one. And I thought, realistically, there's 3 winners in this that could win it. There's Drew, who's the current champion who could retain. There's Sheamus, who they could build to the storyline of Sheamus v Drew at Mania if Edge goes down the Roman route. And there's also Randy Orton, who will take it into the Fiend. They're the 3 potential winners. There's Styles. He's great, and I love AJ Styles, but there's not time for him in the title now.
No.
There's no long-term storyline that could be built to Mania.
No.
Kofi Kingston, no.
He won't be making it to the match.
Do you not think?
I'll get to that in a minute, but I don't think he's making it to the match.
Yeah, maybe not. And then, who else is in it?
Jeff Hardy. This is the forgettable one.
Jeff Hardy. Yeah, well, he's just not going to win it, is he?
He's not the same guy.
He's in there for the flips.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna jump off one of the pods, which is probably what's
and break his back.
Yes, and put himself in a retirement home. But basically, I have gone with, after all that waffle, I've gone with Big Daddy Drew. I think Big Daddy Drew is retaining this title because, as much as I would, and I think we are getting the Sheamus Drew storyline at Mania, and I think that's the match we will get at Mania. Because I think Edge, we know what I think about the Edge and Roman storyline.
I believe you, apart from the World Heavyweight title part, but we'll get to that later.
But yes, I think that is what they are going to go with, but not have Sheamus win the title. The only thing I could see them doing is have Sheamus maybe win the title now, this is potential. That's what I was tossing up between Sheamus and Drew. Have Sheamus win the title now, and then have Drew again finally have his crowning moment again in front of a crowd at Mania, which is win it back.
But I don't want him to be a 3-time WWE champion in a year.
Doesn't matter, Connie. All that goes down in history is as a 3-time champion.
Stats matter for me.
They're stat padding him. But yes, so I've gone with Drew because realistically, I don't see anything else really.
No, I can't see anyone else winning this match other than Drew. I feel
the Fiend Orton doesn't need the title.
No, he doesn't need the title, and Alexa Bliss, I think, will get involved in some way, shape, or form. She got involved in the Gauntlet match. I feel like a similar thing will happen here.
I think we might even see the return of the Fiend tonight.
I would like it. With the chamber visual, I would like it.
I think we might actually see that tonight.
But I feel like they would have to do it cinematically, where they disappear. Like everyone in the match disappears.
That's what they talked about on Coholic, didn't they?
Yeah. Everyone in the match disappears, and then it's just the Fiend behind Randy.
Yes.
And then like Sister Abigail, he's on the floor. Everyone reappears, and he's on the floor, or something like that. Either that, or everyone's laid out. Randy's the only one standing tall, and then Fiend comes, bang, and then that's the Fiend is back.
I'd quite like him to show up in a pod.
That would be cool. Imagine if he turns up, he appears behind Randy in the pod.
Would they fit that? That'd be a bit tight, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
like 2 people in a sleeping bag.
You could do cinematic.
Like 2 people in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of the pods nowadays?
I don't like the new chamber. It's square. I don't like it.
Yeah, I liked it as a redesign. I just want to see the old one back because
you will.
No, it's too brutal. It's not PG enough, and doesn't sell enough toys. So
just miss it.
Yeah, I just don't see anyone else winning this one. I think this is going to be a shenanigans-based Elimination Chamber.
Maybe.
Which is why I think the next Elimination Chamber is a lot more interesting, because I feel like with this one, I feel like Randy is going to get eliminated by either Alexa or The Fiend. I feel as though Kofi or Jeff Hardy aren't making it to the match. I feel like more Kofi. I feel as though either Braun's going to interject himself because he's been hinting that he wants to be in the match. The one I want to see is Retribution attack Kofi.
I knew you were going to say that.
Take the spot. Mustafa Ali takes the spot of Kofi.
But it's not a WWE.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful fucking story, isn't it? Like, but it's a beautiful story. Do you know what? They've got me more invested in this storyline than I should be, because I feel as though it's a real good storyline of Kofi took the spot of Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali takes the spot of Kofi out of spite. You know, that it makes Mustafa be just a prick, and I love it. I love it.
I'm just not invested in Retribution or Ali. I
love Ali. I don't like Retribution.
I
love Ali's promos are great. I feel like
his promos are good.
He's just taking out the good bits out of the shit that he's given. And you know, I feel like that's why they're still on TV, is because he's actually being talked about every week, because he makes himself talked about every week. And that's what makes Mustafa Ali so good.
Thing is, I don't think they're going to do that though. They're going to go with the Braun one.
They're going to go with the Braun one, or they're going to have Retribution attack Kofi, and then Braun comes out and beats up the entire.
Do you remember this time last year? I think it was this time last year when Braun was in the Elimination Chamber and he eliminated every single person apart from Roman Reigns. Do you remember that? Now, imagine if that happens again.
But Drew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. Especially, I feel like, let's be honest, the people in this match are kind of cannon fodder. I feel like, you know, they're just basically...
Sums it up, doesn't it? It sums it up, because me and you had this conversation off a camera where we said, going into Mania, SmackDown have many more competitors that could be in that title match. Look at Raw. They've put together their best 6 superstars they've got, and Drew is the only potential winner.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, we look at that match and, you know, we'll get to the SmackDown one in a minute, and if I'm honest, it's an Elimination Chamber match that has Baron Corbin in, and I'm more excited for it than the one that has legends in.
Yeah.
Which is just baffling. Like, you know...
apparently, by the way, Edge said on SmackDown he's choosing his opponent this Sunday.
On Sunday or after? Because
I'm pretty sure he said, in the promo, he said, something like 13 different competitors I could be up against. Something like that. I can't remember what he said. He said like there could be 13, and he said, and when I make my choices, I'm pretty sure he said he was making his choices. Let me have a look. Obviously, don't put this in recording because we'll get copyrighted. But
okay,
let me have a look. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
What can I do as a transition? 1 second.
Sorry,
Smooth transition.
That's staying in. You've got to keep that in. You've got to jump on your bed and do like a transition where you jump on your bed and then it cuts back to where you're getting off your bed.
That's exactly what the plan was.
Yeah.
So we just watched the video. He does say Sunday, but I feel like he said it in a cryptic way where he can get away with just announcing it afterwards.
He said he got to make this to Sunday when he makes his decision the biggest.
He said he will make his decision on Sunday, not announce it. Which is a clever way of, if they want to put it on there, they can. But let's be honest, he's facing Roman.
I have a feeling it's going to go off air with Edge coming out and squaring up to the other one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it's gonna. That's how this pay-per-view should end.
One person we haven't spoken about yet, especially to do with this chamber match anyway, is the final topic we'll speak about: The Miz. Will he cash in?
Sorry, I've just had the greatest ever idea just come to my head.
Me, no levitations.
No. This is a serious one as well.
Okay.
So obviously, whoever faces Roman is going to be battered and beaten. right?
Yeah.
And I think Roman is going to win them. Obviously, this is actually no, never mind.
Are we going to go back to that later?
Yeah.
Is that what, yeah. That's what I thought. So the Miz, will he cash in?
Yeah. No.
He so should.
No. We're going to leave it right until the last minute.
Yeah, he'll do it like the last night. It's just, I feel like they've wasted this with the Miz, because when he won the contract from Otis, I was excited because I'm a big fan of the Miz.
Yes, I
want another world title run with the Miz. To be completely honest, I said this to you around TLC time. I was more invested in John Morrison versus the Miz for the WWE title than I was anything involving Drew. And that sounded horrible, but I feel like it was just because there were just no credible threats. But that match would have been like, the emotions, everything. It would be about the story more than anything. But like that match, but it won't happen.
No,
so,
no, Vince doesn't believe in it, does it?
No, he doesn't believe in the Miz either. He knows the stock in the Miz.
Yeah.
Doesn't believe in him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll stop blabbering on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the second chamber match, which is Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro versus main event Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn versus the King Corbin. Who have you got?
You see, now this is very, very spicy, because
there's 4 contenders, right?
Yeah, there's Bryan, Cesaro, Jey Uso, and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
They're the 4.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to see Kevin Owens get battered again.
Unless it leads to a heel turn, no.
I don't want to see Cesaro lose to Roman on a night that means nothing just because the fans want him to have a title match, because I want a title run. I don't want a title match. Because that means you'd have to write him out the storyline pretty quickly by the time for Mania. I don't want to see Daniel Bryan, because I don't want to see him get battered by Roman. Because, again, that's going to lead to the storyline at Mania between Bryan and Roman. And I don't want to see Jey Uso. Because we've seen it. That's what I mean.
There's one way they can do it that will have me on the edge of my seat. And that's to have Jey Uso. I'll come to that in a minute. You go, okay. Go.
I'm going to go with the one that I don't want to see. Because obviously, every single one of them has got an aspect that I don't want to see. Yeah. Because if that happens, then something else has got to happen in the future. Because then you've just got to write off that person.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Kevin Owens again. So I think Kevin Owens is going to win the Elimination Chamber. He wants to face Roman, and like you say, have a heel turn. He'll either have a heel turn, or he will get battered. Reigns will beat him quite easily, and then Reigns will continue to beat him up after the match. This is where young on this day, well, not really young, but he's quite old, and Edge will come running out to save his fellow Canadian, spear the hell out of Roman, and be like, Roman, I want you at Mania. And that will leave Owens in the dust, but at least he's had a heel turn. So therefore, there is something interesting in that character who he can then go after and have a match at Mania with someone.
Yeah, I do agree with you on a lot of those things. I feel like there is reason to not have a lot of these people. If you're wondering why we're discounting King Corbin and Sami Zayn, I feel like King Corbin I feel like there's just not enough stock in him right now.
He's a king. He's royalty.
They need to get rid of that gimmick. It's been around way too long. Sami Zayn, I love the work he's doing at the moment, and those of you who have been watching our predictions know I love whiny heels, and Sami Zayn is so good at it. Just losing here will be amazing.
have his documentary crew film it all and film and lose.
I think they're going to actually make a documentary from all this footage. I think
it's going to go on?
I think that's where they're going. They're going to make a 24 with Sami Zayn.
quite good, wouldn't it? It would be
it
quite
will
good.
be all of this footage, and it will be.
That's quite good though.
But it will be done by Sami Zayn, so it would be like, I'm the best, and it would like make him look amazing. And,
That would be good actually. Yeah,
it would be so good. But as you said, you've gone through them all really well there. What I was going to say about Jey Uso is the only way winning that match would make me invested is if he wins, Roman comes out, bell starts, and he tells Jey, lie down. Because imagine the goosebumps you'd have as he's either going to lie down or he's going to turn on Roman, which he will lie down. But it's that the tension would have me go, oh my god. Like, you could, after all the story that has happened beforehand, it would be so beautiful to have that moment. And I feel like the turn can happen at a later date, but like having a hint of it now and getting everyone go, oh my god, just thinking about that moment genuinely made goosebumps come up because I'm so invested in it.
So then he lays down and Edge comes out and...
Yeah, so he lays down, gets pinned, Edge comes out and goes... But we'll get to who's winning the Universal Championship match in a minute, even though it's quite obvious. But I'm going to go with Big Dick Tony Cesaro. I'm going to go with Cesaro.
Okay.
For one reason. They're going to do something that they did with Kofi Kingston for Kofi Mania.
Okay.
Kofi Mania was started because he ran through the gauntlet match. He ran through it, did amazing, and then obviously lost at the end or something. He then, he won the gauntlet. I think he won it, didn't he? He won the gauntlet.
No, he got beat the last man, didn't he? Last one.
Oh, was it? And then the same happened in the chamber. He went through everyone and got down to Bryan and him. And I was rewatching that moment the other day to get me excited for this chamber. And that's when it clicked that I not only want, but I think it should be Cesaro, because at the moment everyone wants Cesaro in that title picture, but no one believes he'd ever win the title. But
he has just signed a new deal, which makes you think.
Yeah, and Bryan wants him to be put over. So I feel as though having it go all the way down to the end, like having run through everyone, having real, and I feel as though it will put over Cesaro as a face. I feel like it would be the full face turn for Cesaro. And I also feel as though it would, similar to what they've done with Jey Uso and Kofi in the past, it will make him a main event star. And
so would you have him go all the way to Mania to face Roman?
No.
Would you just have him lose his opportunity?
So he will obviously win this match, then lose against Roman. At Fastlane, you'll then have maybe Roman Reigns versus Cesaro, or maybe, something happens that Cesaro gets pulled away of some way, shape or form. But I feel as though it would make Cesaro a main event talent. Then post-Mania, if he's then in a title picture, people believe it because, let's be honest, bloody hell, if Jey Uso ended up in a title match, you would believe it.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah.
And
it's as long as it wasn't against Roman.
Yeah. And that is the astonishing thing at the moment, is this is what chamber matches are beautiful for. It's similar to Royal Rumbles, similar to gauntlet matches. Why I love those types of matches is Survivor Series is a great one as well. You can have someone be put over so much by doing nothing. Let's be honest, it's a chamber match. Pinning Bryan in a chamber match, yes, it's great, but obviously you had the chamber. Like, it's not a full, it still keeps the people strong. That's the thing with these chamber matches. They can put over someone big, and I feel like Owens doesn't need it, Bryan doesn't need it. I'd love to see Jey, but I don't think they'll do it. And I feel like Cesaro's the guy. I feel like having him go all the way would really put him over as a main event talent. And not only is that what people want to see, but it's also setting you up for future feuds down the line.
I'm going to point out one thing, Connor, that's going to... I know why you've gone for it, because you're thinking... Oh, hang on.
Heart overhead.
Heart overhead. We know that Vince doesn't like Cesaro. And that is why it's not going to happen.
It's for me, it's either Cesaro or Owens.
Yes.
I feel like it's definitely between those two. I feel like it's most likely going to be Owens. But I feel like Owens has been put over like a main event talent recently. And like massively. He's had like loads of these great things where, you know, these great matches that have put him over as a main event star yet again. I feel like with SmackDown at the moment, they're not scared to have 5 or 6 main event talents at the same time, which is obviously the problem with Raw is they are scared. They are scared to do that. They've only got one main event guy at the moment, whereas, you know, SmackDown aren't scared to do that. So I'm like, this is the perfect time to have him do this, and it doesn't even have to go anywhere past that point. It doesn't, because he's done the big job. He's done this amazing job. He doesn't have to have another shot. If you don't want him to have another shot, he doesn't have to, because, you know, it was in the rules. You know, he can't complain. They were in the rules. So, yeah, I feel as though that's where it's going to go. Yeah. And I know we've already basically said, but the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns versus whoever that may be. Shall we? You ready? 3, 2, 1. Roman Reigns.
Yes. Roman Reigns will win.
Yeah, it's just we both have already said we know Roman's going to win this. But obviously, this whole Roman thing has been amazing. I feel like he's put over so many people without even losing.
The World Heavyweight title's coming back.
Right, go on. I'm just going to sit on my bed, right? And you're just going to bore everyone with your theory, okay? Go on.
Okay, so Reigns is going to carry the title through to Mania. And I've told this to Connor countless times, and he just hasn't listened. He doesn't realise that the second night of Mania this year is the 10th anniversary of Edge's retirement. So, that, my friends, is why the World Heavyweight title will come back to sway Edge over to Roman Reigns. Because after Sunday, Edge is still not going to make his decision. Although he may have said he was going to, he won't. Reigns will be like, I know how to bring you back. That's what he whispered in his ear. He whispered in his ear on SmackDown. He went, do you want the World Heavyweight title? I'll give you the World Heavyweight title. And that's what he's going to do. Because Roman Reigns is going to tempt Edge in by bringing back the World Heavyweight title, scrapping the big blueberry belt, and bringing the World Heavyweight big gold title back to have Edge v Reigns at Mania. And at Mania, Reigns will lose and Edge will win back his title exactly 10 years from relinquishing it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I rest my case. Thanks, Connor. Thanks, Connor.
I'm glad you managed to bore everyone with that.
I'm glad you ate your mini cheddar. I've got to eat mini cheddars.
Oh no, they're my favourites as well.
I've got out there.
I've got stuff in my mouth.
Do you know what? I really like the cheese and onion ones. Banging.
I gotta go with the originals.
Oh no.
Original cheddars are the best.
Mini cheddars.
Well, thank you for coming to Cheddar's TED Talk. Appreciate it.
Cheddar Mania.
I really want to know what he whispered in his ear, and
do you know what made me laugh so much is the comments on that YouTube video. It's so funny. Can I let me get up some of the comments and read some of them out, because they were brilliant. They were just incredible.
I just love, you know, it was so simple. Let's be honest, he could have just done this.
Yeah, and I think that's what he did.
And it doesn't have to have been. He wouldn't even have to have said anything. But it's got the world blowing up. And this
Roman whispering to Edge, I did it for The Rock. Roman whispers, I rock the man bun around here. Try throw a French braid. The man bun is my thing. Roman whispering to Edge, hey, I forgot my line, bro. So we're just going to stop here, alright? Roman whispers Edge, yeah, I'll bring back the big gold belt after Elimination Chamber. Then you'll face me.
That was Kai's comment.
It wasn't actually. Roman whispering, I can't believe it's not butter. And we'll leave it on that one.
You just can't believe it's not butter.
Just got better. I can't believe it's not butter, it just got better.
And on that note, as
on a very buttery.
Every single time we do a predictions contest, we get towards the end and we start losing our minds. Yep. So that is the call to end it. What do you guys think? Obviously, this has been very rambly. Bear in mind, we have had no matches to talk about. We've had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Theories.
Well, yeah, a lot of it is theories. And when it comes to Mania, theories are running wild.
Brother.
I knew that was fucking coming. Don't worry, he's going to be facing Asuka earlier on in the night.
Oh, God. Can you imagine if he comes out, if he's the one who faces Asuka?
Thank you yet again for joining me. Thank you guys for sticking around with this video. It's surprising to me. Obviously, I've not actually told Kai these videos actually do really well. Bear in mind, yeah, they like surprisingly a lot.
Why are you watching?
I don't know. Like, bear in mind, we ramble for the majority of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we are still not very good at these. We will get better at these as time goes on.
Don't hint like you're the one that needs to get better and it's not me.
No, we will get better. We will, because
by the time we get back to uni, which could be for the next pay-per-view, we'll have a title. We will have a title, and I can promise that.
That's if you can't tell by my genuine reaction, that was
I've got an idea, and I've got it, and I've just got it.
You just got it?
Are you
even going to tell me?
Well, I was just going to bring it and just hand you it, like when Triple H was handed the title. Just that's what.
So you're going to hand it me because I'm obviously going to win?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! That's good.
Yeah. So I have got a title ready. Well, I haven't really finished it, but yeah, I've got it.
Okay, so if that's not a hint enough, at number 1, Fastlane, number 2, our Fastlane, fingers crossed reactions as well.
Yeah,
where will be the crowning moment.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, that would be beautiful for me. But thank you yet again for joining me, Kai. For whatever reason, people seem to really enjoy these videos, and I'm just glad you get to join me in doing these, because they are so much fun to just discuss different theories. Yeah. Obviously, we could do more videos on theories, but I feel like in the predictions, it's really nice to just bounce off different theories that could happen all at the same pay-per-view, because let's be honest, that's where the majority of the big events happen. But since we last recorded the predictions, you have been very, 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 very busy. And you have not only your YouTube video where you did Family Fortunes on Omegle, which had me in stitches for the majority of it. Just seeing people's reactions was amazing.
Oh yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Don't worry, I won't tell you to fuck off. But that was a really good video. I highly recommend you go and watch that for those of you. So I will, obviously, all of Kai's socials and everything is always in the description. But as I discussed on the last predictions video, if you missed that, Kai also has podcasts.
Yes, I do. We had a big guest on. It went live last night, which... Yeah, it will be last night by the time this goes out, because Elimination Chamber is tonight. So yeah, we went out last night with Icon House's own, that one, Cal, and I can tell you he gave a lot of exclusives. So if you're interested in the TikTok stuff, I mean, you're probably not, but if you are, he gave a lot of stuff about that. He also gave a lot of stuff behind the scenes of reality TV as well, which is interesting because he's been on a reality TV show. So yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah, he gave, like, bear in mind, I don't use TikTok, and Kai knows that very well, that I don't use it. But even I was extremely interested in what he had to say. He spoke about YouTube, even the behind the scenes of stuff like that, how you deal with hate comments, how, like, what the toughest parts of doing creation content was. Like, those conversations are amazing, and I know a lot of people, especially those starting out, do really appreciate those things. So I do highly recommend you guys go and watch that. All of that will be in the description, as it always is. when I do videos with this man. We should stop the calamity here, but thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you have enjoyed it, because it does show me that you do continue to enjoy these. Put down in the comments down below what your predictions are for this show. Are we wrong? Not me. Is Cai wrong? Because Cai always loses. And if you're new here, please do subscribe. I nearly forgot to tell you that, but please do, because we will be consistently doing these for a very, very long time, as long as you guys are enjoying it and we're enjoying it, which we always do. So do hit that subscribe button so you do not miss a thing, and I shall see all of you guys in the next video. See ya.